How to use the editing feature in PutMask, creating mosaic and blur effects. Once you have made the desired changes using the Detect and Track, Record, Motion Track, or Keyframe features, it's time to edit the results. To do this, first click the Edit button to enter editing mode. In this mode, you have numerous editing capabilities, which we'll review one by one. Preview feature. Clicking the Preview button allows you to see the real-time effect of the filters on the video. It is recommended to keep this feature on during editing so that you can accurately assess the results. Additionally, if the screen is small, you can disable the screen lock by clicking the screen lock button and change the video size for a better view. Note that these two features are available in all modes, not just in editing. Filter type. You can change the shape and type of the filter effects. By clicking the Color button, you can determine the type of filter effects. These effects include random color, black and white, mosaic effect, median blur, Gaussian blur, and custom color. You can click on each button to see its effect. If you want to quickly output your video, use the custom color option. Be cautious when using Gaussian blur, as increasing its intensity can slow down the video output process. After selecting the filter effect type, it is time to set the intensity or pixel rate. However, if you have selected custom color, the entire filter will be covered by one color, and intensity or pixel rate will have no meaning. The pixel rate is defined for mosaic, black and white, and random colors, while intensity is used for median blur and Gaussian blur. As seen on the screen, increasing the pixel rate increases the number of pixels in the mosaic effect, which makes the object behind the filter clearer. For example, if the pixel rate is 4, each side of the filter is divided into 4 sections, and if it is 20, each side is divided into 20 sections. Therefore, use caution when increasing the pixel rate with the mosaic effect, as it might overly increase the object's clarity. Conversely, for intensity, increasing it will increase the blur, so avoid using a too low value. Also, note that if you increase the intensity too much, the rendering and video output process can slow down considerably, especially with Gaussian blur. By clicking the Shape button, you can change the shape of the filters. Currently, there are 2 shapes available for video filters: rectangle and ellipse. Resizing and repositioning filters. You can change the size and location of the filters or even completely change their type. In other modes of the app, you typically see a lock icon at the bottom left of the filter, indicating that you cannot move or resize the filter. However, in editing mode, this lock is absent. Note, keyframe filters can be moved and resized in keyframe mode. By clicking on any filter, you can move or resize it. Keep in mind that this change will only occur in that specific frame, and the changes will not be applied to the filter in other frames. Even resizing and moving keyframe filters in editing mode only applies to that frame. If you wish to modify keyframe filters using keyframes, you must switch to keyframe mode. If you make a mistake during editing, don't worry. You can recover the data using the redo and undo buttons. If you wish to apply a coordinate change, not just to a single frame of the filter, but to the entire duration of the filter, after selecting the desired filter, click the Apply to All button and then apply the changes. After finishing your adjustments, click the Editing Finished button to apply the changes to the entire filter. As you may have noticed, the easiest editing mode is for filters associated with keyframes. You can convert the filters, red for record and green for automatic detection, into yellow keyframe filters. To do this, simply select a green or red filter and then click the Convert button. A dialog will appear, prompting you to enter a number in the field labeled Number, which indicates how many frames should pass for one keyframe to be added to the filter. For example, if you enter 10, one keyframe will be added for every 10 frames in the filter. If you select the Revise Data option, PutMask will regenerate the filter information based on the keyframes, resulting in constant speed movement between keyframes. If you do not select it, this will not happen. After selecting the appropriate options, click the Convert button. Now you can switch to keyframe mode to edit your filter based on the keyframes. If you want the filters you create to have a specific default color or intensity, simply click the Setting button to access the settings page. In the Filters section, you can set the default color of the filters. You can also set the default intensity or pixel rate. And finally, you can choose the default shape from the two options, rectangle or ellipse. This way, every new filter created, whether on an image or video, will be generated with these characteristics. If you have any questions or suggestions, please send an email to support@putmask.com or send a message via our Telegram or X account using the username @PutMask.